kicked off the third stint, as in the Modi 3.0 government has started today. But what is going to be the longevity of this government? There is still a mystery over the Lok Sabha Speaker's post. Then a little fiasco happened over Praful Patel's cabinet berth, because apparently he was offered an MOS berth, which then he was a little miffed over that. Then Ajit Pawar made a statement. So that little fiasco was there. And as we speak, the oath taking ceremony is still on at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. But the million dollar question again is that this Narendra Modi government is on two crutches. One is Chandrababu Naidu's party TDP, and the second one is Nitish Kumar's JDU. So, how long can this government last, and what are the big challenges before this coalition government headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Joining me now is Javed Ansari, senior journalist and political analyst. Sir, thank you so much for joining. We have Ashok Mishra joining from Bihar, senior journalist. Thank you so much. We have Girish Joshi, senior journalist and political analyst. Thank you so much, Girish, for joining. And let me begin with Javed Ansari. Javed, the very look of Modi 3.0 and the ministers who've just sworn in, what does it look like? Does it look like a stable government? Does it look like a promising cabinet which is going to last for some time at least?
It's a status quo government. It's not something, there's nobody there, no entry which would quicken your pulse. These are, most of them are old faces, and the new ones are untried and untested. So we don't know whether whether there'll be a success or failure. We don't really know. As far as the longevity, stability is concerned, I have no doubt in my mind that this government is not going to collapse day after tomorrow. We must disabuse ourselves. That's not going to happen. You have, there's a time for everything. You have to give it time even for contradictions to play out and come to the fore. It will take time. The Praful Patel contradiction problem, yes, the reason why he has been a full-time cabinet minister in the Manmohan Singh government. What they were offering the NCP based on the numbers that NCP has was an MOS. And then they said, okay, we'll give you independent charge. But for a full cabinet minister, he considered it a demotion, and that's why they didn't take it. Now, the thing is, which doctor prescribed only Praful Patel's name? There are other members of parliament from NCP. NCP could have taken somebody else's. So the contradictions within the NCP are coming to the fore. A lot of people in the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP are having a rethink, and they now think that this is a losing proposition. And don't be too surprised that if the bulk of them, hide their tails, put their tails between the legs, and troop back to Sharad Pawar's door.
Back to the Sharad Pawar camp.
Yeah,
right.
There are no new surprises except Ravinder Singh Bittu. He's a defector from the Congress. He lost the elections but has been accommodated. This despite the fact that the BJP has done pretty badly in Punjab. Nonetheless, they've taken him as an investment for the future. No place for Smriti Irani, no place for Anurag Thakur. I don't know for reasons why, because he was a pretty voluble INB minister. No place for Ravi Shankar Prasad. For some reason, Ravi Shankar Prasad is kept out. JP Nadda has been inducted into the cabinet because his term is coming to an end. And obviously, they are looking for a new president. I was thinking that maybe Bhupender Yadav would replace him as the president of the party, because he was looked upon as someone who had the political heft and the understanding, the political management skills to head a party like the BJP. In fact, I remember Arun Jaitley telling me 10 years ago that he's president material, take it from me. Sooner rather than later, he will be the president of the party. Anyway, but Mr. Modi knows best. He's probably wants to utilize his services in government,
Right.
and he made a good government. He was a good minister when he was. He is amongst the few in this government who has still maintained cross-party linkages. And in the Rajya Sabha, and now even in the Lok Sabha, it will be very important, because you have 235 to 234 opposition MPs in the House. The BJP doesn't have a runaway majority. You can't steamroll, bulldoze legislation. If the opposition decides to stall, very little business will be transacted. Very little government business will be, legislative business will be transacted. So you will have to open a window of negotiations with the opposition, and you need somebody like that. And perhaps that's the role they have in mind for somebody like Mr. Bhupender Yadav. Other than
Right.
that, this neither excites me nor does this give me the impression that it's going to capsize under its own weight immediately. If there is something to happen, it would take some time. It will take a year or two. Mr. Naidu has his own agenda. His son has made it about, reiterated it. That there's no going back on 5% reservation for Muslims. They want in the manifesto. They have a very radical manifesto as far as Muslims are concerned. So what are they going to do? Are they going to press for that its implementation? And power is the strongest adhesive. It holds people together. Much will depend on the political management skills of Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. And contrary to what most people believe, I've seen them that they can be very flexible when they want to be. You know, to meet their political ends, they can accommodate. They've been suffering Nitish Kumar as Chief Minister of Bihar, this despite the fact that for the last two times theirs has been the single largest party. So
Hmm.
because it meets their political ends, it serves the larger political goals, they've managed to put up with him. So don't expect anything dramatic, anything drastic to happen, and that too overnight.
Right. But a quick observation on Dharmendra Pradhan, Javed, and then I'll come to Papa Rao has also joined. Thank you so much, Papa Rao. But Javed, Dharmendra Pradhan's entry, people had thought that probably his name will be propped up as the chief minister for Odisha. Now that he has taken oath as the cabinet minister, who do you think can be the face for the chief minister? People are talking about Jay Panda's name as well, which is doing the rounds.
Look, I learned very early in Mr. Modi's career, in Mr. Modi's tenure, not to second guess him because he will spring a khattar out of his hat. So who knows? It might be a Dalit or an Adivasi there, or tribal. There are lots of, the tribal vote is very important to them. They need to get back something. Jay Panda is good. He's very eloquent, very articulate, but he comes from a very different strata of society, and
Hmm.
not everybody in Odisha relates to him. So they will have somebody who can bring something to the table, some kind of a vote bank. Jay Panda, for all his other qualities, doesn't bring that,
Right.
doesn't tick that box at least.
Right. All right. Now, Papa Rao has also joined us. Papa Rao, I'll come to you now. Now, the mystery remains still over the post of the Lok Sabha speaker, over which Chandrababu Naidu has been insisting from day one. Now, we do not know whether BJP will budge in. We do not know. They're just unofficial reports coming on the fact that TDP has been insisting on the post and BJP might relent, but there is a huge question mark on that. So what is Naidu's game plan? What are you hearing from the TDP sources? What will they do if at all they do not get the speaker's post? Will they be just happy with the two cabinet berths which they've got, and one or two MOS berths? You'll have to unmute. Papa Rao, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Firstly, the speaker post became so important of late. After all the speakers in various states, particularly playing a very crucial role in the survival or the collapse of a government. So, in such a coalition as is there at the center now, asking for speaker is asking for the life mm, uh, taking our life giving decisions that can be done by a speaker. So speaker is a very crucial post which was realized by the people very late. After BJP came to power at center, many people realized how speakers can be utilized. So speaker in fact is a role that TDP wants. And previously too, they had a speaker. They had one Eranaid, I think. He is the speaker from their party. Uh, no, what is the name? I forgot. To tell?
GM Balayogi. Balayogi.
Bala
Bala.
Yogi.
C. Balayogi.
Yeah,
C.
Balayogi.
Balayogi.
Balayogi. Yeah, you're true. Right. Balayogi is the TDP
And then
member who is a speaker at the center. So they have the tradition of taking the speaker post, and more so, if you ask me, will he relent? Chandrababu relent? He go back on the demand if BJP insists that it won't give. I don't think he will go back because he has many demands now, not just speaker. There are so many demands from his party as well as from the people of the state of AP, like the special status, non-privatization of the Vizag steel plant, which is supposed to be on the agenda of the BJP government, completion of the Polavaram project, Amaravati, his very, very favorite project, and it is the crux of Chandrababu's rule 2019, and it is the basic point on which he fought against Jagan. Basically, it is one of the heart of the issues that he has taken up on against Jagan. So his Amaravati, it requires at least some thousands of crores of rupees, and there are other demands of the reorganization of the state, which were not yet settled. So all these demands are there that are from the people of AP, on the side of the people of AP. He needs to satisfy the people of AP now with all these demands and getting something from Delhi to the people. Because whatever he got now is a negative vote against Jagan. It is not a positive vote. He needs to convert this negative vote at the fag end of his career in the politics. He's 74, and maybe this term may be the uh, term whereby he will retire. So, being the fag end of his career, he wants to make a very positive impression on the people, and more so, he wants to continue his legacy plus the life of TDP into future, because Lokesh, his son, is in the competition for the CM. He is in the he's the favorite. In fact, he's the favorite of the party because he is favorite of Chandrababu. He is in the mantle waiting to take from Chandrababu next time or whatever it may be. So TDP should survive for that. So he wants to make a very good impression on the people of the state, Chandrababu. So he will make all these demands for the sake of the public and other demands for the sake of controlling the NDA, because he knows pretty well now if the levers are not in his hand, what will happen. He has seen so many ups and downs over these years,
But
and he learned a
Paparao, there are
number of lessons.
reports. Paparao, let me interrupt. There are reports. I don't know how far they are true that BJP is trying to poach in few people from YSRCP. Now, is that correct that this is happening? And if at all that is happening, I'm sure Naidu would be aware of it, and that is purely
Yeah,
to weaken. Yes, Paparao.
let me. YSRCP, I think they got 3 MPs. I think, as far as I know. Last time, it is not poaching actually. There is a general feeling that Chandrababu himself sent some four MPs from his party into BJP. Sujana Chaudhary and CM Ramesh and others are supposed to be sent by Chandrababu himself into BJP to act on behalf of him, to give some protection to him in some of whatever onslaughts are there from Jagan on him or whatever it might be. So that is why this time there need not be any poaching. Jagan himself might offer, as Chandrababu did. He has shown the way by sending 4 MPs to BJP, and thus blunting the edge of Jagan against him, because he has his people in BJP. He could fight against Jagan in a better way. That is what he did previously. That is supposed to be the thing. And now Jagan might do the same thing. He might send his no need of poaching. He might send his MPs into that party in order to protect himself after TDP came to power with so much of a big mandate. He's in defensive, so he needs the support of BJP, because BJP and Modi are in power, and Modi's Jagan is supposed to be Modi's favorite as far as Telugu people are there. They feel
Right.
Modi is pampering Jagan sort of thing. That is always all through. He is getting all the funds he requires, and everything is happening for him, and he goes to Modi. So that is
Hmm.
why this time he might himself go out of the way and let those people join. He doesn't. I think he doesn't try to convince them if at all they want to go to the BJP. He
Right.
doesn't try to stop them.
Right. So interesting political dynamics, I'm sure, will play out. But talking in context with Bihar, Ashok, now I'll come to you. Today I was watching the oath taking. So Jiten Ram Majhi took oath first, and then later on came the turn of Lalan Singh. Now, and I was looking at Nitish Kumar's expression, and he was very, very nonchalant. If you would have read his facial expressions, it almost seemed that he did not like this bit at all. Now, what do you think is going on in Nitish's mind? Because I'm sure whether it is TDP,
Uh,
whether it is JDU,
yeah, Nilu,
they are.
that could not be the case because Lalan,
Yes, yes, yes.
because Jitan Ram Majhi has been the chief minister of Bihar, and earlier uh, he was cabinet minister in different governments. So he is the senior most. So by logic, he should be given the chance. But of course, Lalan Singh is the senior most in the JDU, but there are many heartburns in the JDU itself now because only one person from JDU and another person, I think Ramnath Thakur has been given the berth in the cabinet. So there are many heartburns in Bihar. Especially, Bihar is a caste-ridden society, and people want the share of their caste in the cabinet berth. If you see the NDA in Bihar, it has got two Bhumihar persons from Lalan Singh, Rajiv Ranjan Singh, Lalan Singh, and Mr. Giriraj Singh. And there is no Brahman quota in that. There is no Rajput quota in that. So there are heartburns in Bihar. They are expecting that they might get some birds in near future when the cabinet is expanded. But the most crucial thing which JDU is concerned about is they are trying that one or at least Telugu Desham should take the post of speaker because it is related with their survival, future survival.
That's right.
Bihar has 18 seats of allies other than the BJP. BJP 112, Janata Dal of Nitish Kumar 112, 5 Chirag Paswan, and once he is the sole MP, Jitan Ram Majhi from his own party, Hindustani Awam Morcha. There are 18 MPs which are apart from BJP, 18 MPs of NDA, and they all are vulnerable. So the most important thing they believe that it would be better if non-BJP allies of NDA get the speaker's post, then only they could be safe in future. Otherwise, some of they jokingly said within a month they will be merged into the BJP, and the BJP will happily reach the magic figure of 272, and it might cross because if you see there are 52 MPs apart from non-BJP MPs in the NDA. So it's very easy to, and all of them are smaller, the biggest one being the TDP, the second one being the JDU. So there are smaller people, so 8, 12, if they try to buy or for one reason or the other. So it's very easy to, and for them it's very easy to, coach in the different political parties. So this is the major concern of the JDU in Bihar. And Lok Janshakti Party of Ramvilas Paswan, which Chirag Paswan is heading now, they have 5 MPs and they are most vulnerable. So this is the major concern of the allies in Bihar. Another concern is the caste combination, which are not ready to meet. At the moment, the first cabinet is not up to their expectations. And I was told some of the MPs of Janata Dal were quite, aggrieved that some of them did not even pick up the call of the chief minister. They later somehow they were caught in the Bihar Nivas in Chanakyapuri, and then they were asked to come and attend the oath-taking ceremony today on the premises of President House. So there are heartburns in JDU, there are heartburns in Chirag might not be facing it, but then there are heartburns in JDU, sure for that. BJP, there are heartburns because BJP, there are not many. As someone was saying, that Bihar, Patna MP, Ravi Shankar Prasad is not there. Rajiv Pratap Rudi, who defeated Lalu's daughter, Rohini Acharya, he is not in the cabinet list. There are many. Sigriwal from the Rajput caste who won from North Bihar. He is not getting. He has not got cabinet berth. There are many other concerns about the Brahmins who did not get any berth. So in Bihar society, which is caste ridden, these things matter, and these things will matter in coming days also, in future also, and that may be the cause of consternation among the NDA group in Bihar. If they fail to manage all such things, they will have some problem. This is my opinion.
Right. All right. Now, Girish, coming to the priority of the Modi cabinet 3.0. Now, Modi very well knows, and BJP also, of course, knows that their numbers were down to 240 only because there was a lot of resentment, by the people as far as price rise was concerned, inflation, unemployment. All these issues are still dominating, and I'm sure the opposition is going to raise the heat in the coming session. They will go out knowing the fact that there are assembly elections slated. I'll come to you, Paparao. Just let me pose one question to Girish, then I'll come to you. So, opposition is going to raise the heat knowing the fact that there are going to be assembly elections in Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Haryana as well. So, what do you think will be the first priority of Modi Cabinet 3.0? Is it to address these issues so that they can win the assembly elections, or will they just want to clutch on to a mantra by which they can survive the government? So, what do you think is going to be the main priority?
Nilu, very in the beginning, I had expressed my expression in your program that this man with administration can be very, very dangerous. If Chandrababu Naidu came with the anticipation that he will be able to control Lok Sabha Speaker and home, it was his big mistake. See, there are strong rumors that now Amit Shah would be put as finance minister. So the game is over. Your ED and the serious crime, financial crime department goes to him. Secondly, Home Minister will be Rajnath Singh. If the things, what messages are coming are true, where is the demand that was to be met for these two parties who came along with them saying that they are going to save? And now if you see the mathematics, they are short of only 15 seats. They are capable of taking over the government even if they have two MLAs. In past, we have seen that. And he's having a mastery on all this. We have seen him in Gujarat. See, in spite of such a strong resentment by Kshatriyas, which gave big impact in Madhya Pradesh and UP and Rajasthan. But what happened in Gujarat? They get only one seat. And that was only because of the capacity of that lady, Geni Ben, not it was not. So they can manage the show right from the ground. And as Javed sir said that he can have cutter from his cap, I can tell you that we have got a very confirmed message that his very trusted Lieutenant IS officer Girish Murmu is being posted that in Orissa. He's basically from Orissa. And he has handled Gujarat and everything from PMO sitting there. He's the most trusted lieutenant, and I think now his term is over, he might be sent to Orissa. That is what we are getting the message. So he's sending an administrator as a politician. What he did in UP also, but I think Yogi Adityanath did not allow Mr. A.K. Sharma to be there. So once he is given the time, now only thing is that they immediately ask for the floor test, and if they play the game. But if they once they give him an opportunity to play, the game will be over. Because now getting 15 seats from somewhere is not. And if you see, Sharad Pawar is now telling that the government will fall within 6 months. That didn't happen in Maharashtra also. He said within 15 days, but that didn't. Because you are now both of the players are shrewd. And how much time will now this India Gathbandhan stay together doing happen this? Mayawati, we have seen what did she do. Otherwise, initially she created an image that she is going to help out India. But what happened? 16 seats she has damaged. So things are not very clear. And once if you give an opportunity, he will be able to manipulate anything, having home with him and finance with him.
But Javed, do you see the probability of, like, I'm sure, I mean, this is just speculation, but home and finance, both can they go to Amit Shah, or probably just one?
One.
No, no, one. He
Right.
will probably keep home and finance if indeed they decide to change. In case they decide to change, and Piyush Goyal almost made it. He was their first choice as finance minister, but
Yes.
Mr. Arun Jaitley, who was
Jetli.
extremely unwell, when Mr. Modi called on him, he advised against making Piyush Goyal, saying that Piyush was very close to corporate India, corporate honchos of Mumbai, and therefore it would send the wrong signals, and that is that. But Piyush is a lot more clued in. He's a chartered accountant by training. He's a lot more clued in to manners, to matters of finance and economics and all that, and he'll be a lot more sure-footed in the ministry than Nirmala ji is. Although Nirmala ji has come a long way from where she started to where she is now, but nonetheless. So I don't see Amit Shah giving up home ministry, because in home ministry, it's it controls a lot of things. All governors, everybody, different agencies report to him, and for all practical purposes, although in order of seniority, maybe it's Rajnath Singh who's the senior most, but for all practical purposes, we know who the number two in this government is. It's who the number 10 in this government is, because 1 to 10 it's Mr. Modi, and then it starts after that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now, Mr. Paparao,
Yeah,
what do you
please.
think is the biggest challenge for TDP at the moment? Of course, they will have to get the special status package. They have to address other issues on the basis of which they've been voted back in Andhra with a huge majority. So, but what do you think is the biggest challenge to keep their flock together so that their MPs are not poached? Because people have already started talking about the dirty game played by BJP, that they will try and split the party, they will try and poach MPs so that BJP itself can reach a comfortable majority of 272, or they can, increase their tally up to 300. And that's when the original BJP again will come back into form.
Yeah, actually, what I think is that last time also the four MPs that went, Sujana Chaudhary and others, I think they did not go on their own decision, as I feel, and the people also feel that is Chandrababu's decision to send them into BJP so that he can have a leverage in that party against whatever cases and other onslaught of Jagan is there. So, in order to keep in good looks of and have a leverage there, the four MPs are supposed to have been planted there. Oh, so in fact, they did all the job required by Chandrababu. You might be seeing all those four MPs even now, in particular CM Ramesh and Sujana Chaudhary, they almost speak the voice of TDP many times. And you might have seen Purandeswari also of late. She is the BJP state leader of AP, but she is more of being a family member of Chandrababu, though in a different party. She played more into the game of Chandrababu, and she is helping him a lot in the whole process of this electioneering that happened in the state now, assembly elections in particular. So Chandrababu always has a sort of what you call, I don't know how come he manages. Even there is a blame that Revant Reddy of Telangana CM, he is a man of Chandrababu. I don't understand how come it can happen, but many times we see Revant Reddy going meeting Chandrababu. He denies that he is his guru or whatever it might be, but he says I'm once his colleague. But a lot of things Chandrababu wanted to happen in Telangana are happening now after Revant Reddy came. So this Chandrababu has a very strong network of people, very strong network of people in many aspects of the society, administration, and many things. He has a very good network. So he has many loyal people with him. So I don't think it is so easy for BJP to poach from Chandrababu whatever MPs he got without him knowing anything about it. Because as I see no, I'm not a supporter of Chandrababu at all. All through, I'm opposing him on many occasions. But as I find it, Chandrababu has a strong network of his people. Those people are very loyal to him. I have seen many people. They are so loyal to him. That is a very big network. So I think he will be very alert about this. He knows all this. He is himself a palace politic, palace maneuvering capacity, palace politics. He knows pretty well. He doesn't go generally mostly into mass public politics. He doesn't very do much. He is very capable of doing the palace politics. So it is not so easy to poach people from him and to dethrone him or to get his MPs into the party. It's not going to be so easy. If
No, but
Modi or
Papa Rao, knowing that Nara Lokesh has raised the issue of Muslim reservation on the first day itself, now I'm sure there's not going to be any compromise. And throughout the campaign period, we've heard Prime Minister Modi speaking against the reservation to Muslims. Now, how these are two ideologically different things, and it looks like
yeah,
a purely
one,
a transactional alliance.
it is
So,
a
what
marriage of no
a
no
middle
one
ground
thing. It is a
is?
marriage of yeah, it is a marriage of convenience. By aligning with Modi, there is a problem for TDP that they might lose the Muslim vote. That is why
Muslim
they
vote.
are repeatedly saying this. But I think they have a understanding that whatever they are doing, they know pretty well. Both of them, BJP and TDP, know what they are doing. And now Lokesh might not insist unless he feels they are in the commanding position and they can dictate terms. It will be visible very soon. We can understand what is happening very soon.
Right.
Who is dictating terms to whom? It will be visible very soon unless Lokesh or Chandrababu or TDP feels they have very strong leverage with the at the center, they don't again repeat the topic. That will be limited to the electioneering only. I think right now they won't take it up. They will
Okay.
wait. If at all they want to do, they will wait, and mostly
Okay.
they will wait, and because they don't want the party to be spoiled. Party means whatever is smoothly going on to be spoiled because of one single issue that may be an important issue. They
Yeah.
don't
So
want the
you were saying
entire.
that, right. So you're saying that this one issue of Muslim reservation, they will
They
not try
will
and rock
wait.
the boat
They
at
will
this
wait.
point of
They
time.
will wait. They will
Okay.
wait. They will wait.
Right.
And
But
one thing I wanted
Ashok,
to add it.
yes, yes, Papa Rao. Yeah, yeah. You were
One
saying
thing I
something.
wanted to add because I'm not talking about though I'm mostly supposed to talk about Chandrababu. This one thing that is missing in this whole, not only in our this in federal, but overall the narrative or the discussion what is going on in the country is about unemployment or the price rise, etc., etc., all the economic issues. But we are forgetting it is the farmers who fought against BJP more than anybody else, and they are more responsible for the BJP's not getting half a mark this time. And we are not talking about farmers and their minimum support price demand. Heart of the demand of the farmers, the core of the demand of the farmers is the minimum support price, and no party is raising the demand. I think that is very, very important. People might be wondering, particularly farmer community might be wondering what is happening. We have fought all these battles, and these people are sharing the power without talking about us and our
No, no,
issues.
that's you made a significant point. In fact, I was speaking to a few farmer leaders yesterday, and they themselves told me that they will step up this farmers movement, given the fact that Haryana will be going to polls. So, and already a lot of farmers are sitting on the borders of Haryana and Punjab. So that movement, that
Yeah,
momentum might not be visible, but they're still,
yeah. What I want to
they're
say is that
polls.
what I want to say is that that did not yet come into the political agenda of the ruling parties now.
Hmm.
Whatever ruling parties have come together, that did not come into their agenda. It's a sad thing. They
Right.
have to fight again. Farmers have to fight again after having so much of a significant influence on the
Right.
fates of so many parties in this
True.
parliamentary election. They have to again come onto the roads because they have elected their representatives. They have defeated the people they don't want to be ruling this country, or they absolutely ruling this country unaccounted for. So now again coming onto the roads, what is the fun of it? Now this is a new
No, no,
government.
absolutely. And I'm sure I have no doubts in my mind that the farmers will not step up the protest. And as they've told me on the phone also, a lot of farmer leaders, they will step up the protest. But Ashok, coming to you now, how will parties like TDP now react to these public protests which happen? So far, Prime Minister Modi has been saying that they are called Andolan GVs. this is the kind of term which he has used for the protests. I mean, the protesters, whether it is the farmers' protest or whether it is other kinds of protest. So, how are parties like JDU going to react? And JDU is also a party which is known for its secular credentials. They try. How will they react now?
See, JDU has two problems to face in this government. One, it will not allow the divisive agenda of the as well BJP government, like UCC, Informed Civil Code, and other divisive agenda. They will not like to go ahead with, and so they will stop it. So that must have been, they must have struck a deal like that, that these issues will not be raised in the coming government, in the government which comes to power now. Another thing is that Nitish Kumar, who has conducted the caste survey in Bihar, when he was with the RJD in a couple of years ago, last year in fact, so he will now insist on this caste survey or not. This is a question to be seen in future, because the Congress and the India Alliance, Rahul Gandhi has raised this issue and he wants it to be conducted at the national level, which he has announced that caste survey will be done. Caste survey should be done at the center, and all the states should also conduct it. Now, Nitish Kumar will have to think whether he wants it to continue at the national level, or he will keep mum on that issue, he will sideline that issue. Third issue, which, as you said, Nitish is a secular person and he wants his secular agenda, secular image to continue. So in that case, in Bihar, this Muslim reservation is a issue which will, Nazim in future. He doesn't want to give. In fact, yeah, in Bihar, if you see the reservation policy, there are reservation quota for Muslims, but not a separate quota for Muslims. Those Muslims who come under the backward category, BC category, EBC category, extremely backward category. So they are clubbed like EBC category, they are clubbed like BC category. So most of the Muslims are in EBC category. So there are reservation in Bihar, but not a separate reservation from the Muslims in Bihar. So this he can, manage, because he has already given reservation for the Muslims. But separate reservation agenda which Andhra Pradesh has, this Bihar will not allow. Bihar doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to go into any problem in future. Now that he is with the BJP, we doesn't like the reservation on the religious lines. Another point which Nitish Kumar will face in this government is a special agenda, a special status category to Bihar. In my opinion, the special category status has some different criteria where Northeast and other states, qualify for it. They don't qualify. Bihar, a state like Bihar, they don't qualify. Andhra Pradesh doesn't qualify for that. But when Narendra Modi, for the first time, he became the chief minister in 2014, he has announced a special package for Bihar, several lakhs crores, which Bihar has not yet received. So now Nitish Kumar will like to pursue on that. If he gets a substantial amount from the center, it's fine for him. If he doesn't get, the problem will start the very next day. This is my opinion about what Nitish is going to face. One more point which Nitish is, concerned about is that Bihar is going to fall next year in 2025, right? So now the leadership, who will be the leader? And as we all know, Nitish is not in a good shape as far as his health is concerned. So who will be the leader of the Janata Review? That is the major problem. And the BJP will now interfere, whether the NDA will exist in this format, whether the NDA will have a different format, whether JDU will exist, whether the JDU collapses. These are the questions which are people are talking about in Bihar, and it all depends upon how long can Nitish Kumar survive like this, because of his failing health, as I said.
Yeah, but after
Yeah.
listening to you, Jackie, I was just about to come to you only that what are those hot button issues apparently which parties like TDP and JDU will pick up so that they can put immediate brakes on BJP. They're very well aware that BJP has those dictatorial tendencies. They try and control things. So I'm sure they, knowing the fact that they are the pillars on which the entire government is standing right now, so will they not pick up those hot button issues? Like JDU has immediately said that they will go in for a review of the Agniveer scheme. Similarly, Chandrababu Naidu also, so that you put the immediate break, so that the allies also feel that they have BJP in control. So what could be those issues according to you?
Look, so long as
Agniveer
there,
issue the Janata Dal U has raised before entering the government, that KC Tyagi has raised it. You must be aware about it. Bihar, they
Yeah, yeah.
don't want
No, that's
Agniveer
what I wanted
scheme to
Javed to
continue.
respond to this. Yeah, yeah. Ashok, I wanted Javed
Okay,
actually
fine.
to respond to this. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Javed. Sorry.
okay, fine.
Yes,
they,
Javed.
I'm not so sure if they will precipitate a crisis at the moment. They will allow things to go if Mr. Modi is hell bent on his divisive agenda, and if that starts eating into or harming the TDP or the JDU's support base, it's only then that they will start. Otherwise, do not forget, and I hate to be a party people, but please do not forget that in 2002, when those terrible riots were happening in Gujarat, both the TDP and JDU were members of that government and continued to be members of that government. They did not pull out on that issue. Of course, subsequently, when they parted ways on different, then they started raising issues as if, uh, to claim or that they had protested then, but they did not. So don't. So long as their ends are being met, so long as their political needs are being taken care of, they will not rock the boat. They will only rock the boat if it once it begins to hurt them. And therefore, again, I'm cautioning people because I see a lot of people on social media and on YouTube, uh, who tend to be of the view that this government is going to fall day after tomorrow. It's not going to happen in a hurry. It takes time for contradictions to play out. Amit Shah and Narendra Modi are very astute political managers. They have got it wrong this time, but this is also an opportunity. What if they roll back Agniveer? What uh,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
if they address the
Sure.
aggregate the farmers' distress? What if they move uh, on this issue of creating jobs? Then
Yeah.
a lot of a lot of a lot of things have somebody. I think people need to mute them.
Yeah. Somebody's phone is ringing, I think. Can you all, can others mute themselves? I think it will be, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of things have fallen into place this time, which may not necessarily be there in the next elections. So this is also an opportunity for BJP to go in for some course correction. And if they do so, well and good. If they, unless they are possessed by some death wish and they don't want to do it, or the antidote to this is that they may believe that no, let's probably we didn't go hard enough on our hardline agenda. Let's push it, and if we fall, we fall. It doesn't matter because at least our base would have been aroused and our hardcore vote.
Absolutely.
So please disabuse yourselves of this that it's going to happen on every issue. Nitish Kumar is going because Nitish also gains something. Nitish is also gaining something by being in government. TDP is also gaining something by being
That's
in
right.
government. Why did Nitish Kumar, if he was so ideologically poor, why did he in the first place leave the India Alliance and go? He was the one who started this effort of bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
Nitish Kumar's ability to compromise on his principles is unparalleled.
Right.
I know him very well. We go back 35 years, and some of the things that he shared with me in private, and what he's doing now, there is a difference, as big a difference as between day and night. So
Mhm.
politicians take up positions depending on where they stand and what suits them
Absolutely.
at that particular time. So
Right.
long. So again, let me repeat: so long as as their ends are being met, as their needs are being taken care of,
They won't rock the boat.
they are not going to rock the boat.
Absolutely. So, but taking a cue from what you said, Girish, and I'll come for the concluding comments to you, that what if BJP, and we've always been raising questions on the longevity of the government, but taking a cue from what Javed said, what if BJP does a course correction, and a massive course correction? It addresses the farmers' issues, it addresses the unemployment issue, it rolls back Agniveer, then what happens? They see, I mean, will BJP not see themselves coming back with a bang?
Nilu, thanks. We have got two stalwarts on the right. In fact, I wanted to ask question with your permission to Javed sir, because they understand Nitish and Rao Saab understands Chandra Babu very well. When they had all the chance to form the government, become the prime minister, and have the ministries, why did they do this gamble? I still fail to understand. They had a lot of opportunities, and even today, India Gathbandhan says that we are open for Nitish to become a prime minister. So what went wrong?
I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Why did they?
Yes.
I had a I know Chandrababu equally well, if not better than I know Nitish. And for his
Okay.
and I had a conversation with him, a detailed conversation with
I'll
him.
come to you, Papa, after this. Yeah.
He says, "I make prime ministers. I don't become prime minister." He says, "I know my limitations. I'm not Hindi speaking. I have only a handful of MPs. How long will I know for sure that he could have been prime minister instead of Gujral or instead of Mr. Devegowda. That I should know for sure.
Okay.
I am privy
Okay.
to some of the backroom negotiations that went on. So he knows.
Okay.
You know, the tail cannot wag the dog. No, the dog wags the tail.
Right.
This is a
Right.
term that he used to me. And on this business of speakership and all, this is all bonus. If they get speakership, this is all very well. For them,
Yes.
the main issue is special package. Main issue is that they must have good meaty ministries. That and the prime minister is very adept at giving people a sense of importance. He may do his own thing at the end of the day, but he makes you feel important. And for the moment, he realizes that he's precariously placed. And what is to prevent if he starts poaching on India Alliance members?
Absolutely.
How do we know?
That is what.
I mean,
That is what I hope.
this element, this alliance is not, it's not a line drawn in cement.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Whereas I'm
Papa Rao
able
was also
to
wanting to make a comment. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, Papa Rao. You'll have to unmute. Papa Rao, unmute yourself. Yeah.
It is true. Chandrababu never wanted to be CM, and particularly if you observe TDP people, previously NT Ramarao also on one occasion got the opportunity to become PM. Then he did not accept for that,
no,
and no,
no, he never
how
had
can
the
you say?
opportunity. Rao Saab, with due
It was,
respect to you,
he was the convener of the,
National Front, but
yeah.
VP Singh was by far the choice to be the prime minister,
And
not
that is a
NT
choice,
Ramarao.
but there is a discussion within the platform of the United Front, or whatever you are saying. But within the discussion, finally, this man was there. VP Singh was floated as the
TDP
prime
lost
minister.
that
But
TDP lost that election, and with it went NT Ramarao's chance of becoming deputy prime minister.
maybe I don't know. What I know is that there is a discussion regarding who has to take this, and there are offers and counter offers. Even we know Jyoti Basu was offered at these things. Many things happened. So whatever it might be, when it comes to the okay, leave it. I don't want to continue. Please, thank you.
Okay, okay. But whatever it is, but interesting times ahead. We'll have to end the program here. Interesting times ahead, and we'll have to wait and watch how JDU and TDP poise themselves. And of course, all eyes would be on BJP as well. Prime Minister Modi, what does he do? And as we are closing the program, there are reports coming in that there was a bus, I think, in Jammu and Kashmir, where a terrorist attack has happened. Some 10 people have been killed. I was looking at Mallikarjun Kharge's tweet, and he has just tweeted that while PM Shri Narendra Modi and his NDA government get sworn in, and heads of several countries are in India, a dastardly terrorist attack on a bus carrying pilgrims has resulted in a loss of lives of at least 10 Indians. We unequivocally condemn this gruesome terror attack on our people and deliberate affront to our national security. And Then he says that all the chest thumping propaganda of bringing peace and normalcy by the Modi, now NDA government, rings hollow. So there's another report as Prime Minister Modi has just sworn in as for the third time as the Prime Minister. Thank you so much, Javed Ansari, Papa Rao, Girish Joshi, Ashok Mishra. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.